Hello traders, good day to you all. This is Christopher Glen. Today is the 12th of June 2014. This is a daily market review for the current market status. I want to talk a bit about what we had yesterday. Yesterday I was expecting to see a bit of weak announcements regarding the New Zealand, um, and I was expecting to receive low amount of potential because I was expecting to see low amount of liquidity from the New Zealand announcements. What actually happened is that we received a lot of liquidity because of the announcement regarding the New Zealand dollar. As you can see, we've received stronger New Zealand dollar in the market that pulled the Australian dollar with it, and the euro and Swiss franc lost a lot of strength yesterday, and we had a very good potential for trades during this morning to participate in the morning trades. Um, we can say that after that the Australian dollar received good indication regarding the unemployment rate, but the unemployment change was bad, and that caused the Australian dollar to stay approximately in the at the same area. But again, all the strength of the New Zealand added to the Australian perspective gave the Australian strength as well. So we can say that both good assets for today were the New Zealand and the Australian dollar. But the really important issue was over here, the US dollar announcements, and all the announcements regarding the US dollar expressed weakness. Now, at the time when the announcement came out, the dollar announcements came out, we saw that on one side, on one hand, the dollar itself lost a lot of strength immediately, but after that, it pulled back a bit. At the moment, we're a bit after the announcements. So we should see where the market will actually move, but at the moment the expectation is to see an additional weakness on behalf of the dollar. Controversially, once the announcement came out regarding the US dollar, then the gold itself lost strength as well, which is not logical, but we know that some announcements will carry that effect. Depends on the feel of confusion or the amount of confidence that we've got in the market. It depends on the announcement itself, and apparently this announcement specifically delivered weakness on behalf of the dollar, but also delivered weakness on behalf of the gold and the silver. As I said, not logical expression, but may occur out of specific announcements. So today, a bit after the announcement of the US dollar, we were talking about the Canadian Dollar Bank of Canada. The speech over there may deliver an additional liquidity. I do expect the Canadian dollar to lose strength today. We should wait and see from structure what is the potential. And later tonight, regarding the pound, the Bank of England is going to carry out a speech as well, and then we will receive an additional confirmation for moves that already began this afternoon. Let's go to the chart and let's see what is our expectation. Okay, so looking at this aspect, just as I said regarding the Turkish, I said that I'm expecting the Turkish to fall down from this point and beyond. Right now we can see a nice pullback, lowering the time frame to 4 hours. We can see that the new structure of the uptrend movement seems like an impulse movement, a new impulse movement, and expected to climb a bit higher. So at the moment, my expectation from this structure is to fulfill an A wave, a B wave, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a C wave. That's a basic structure that I'm expecting to see. A bit more uptrend on the dollar versus the Turkish currency. The dollar versus the Russian ruble moved lower over here, and we've received a pullback, and then we've received an additional downtrend movement, a new beginning for another potential of an impulse movement dropping lower. Getting down to an hourly chart, we can see that this fluctuation level brought us a very nice pullback, exhaustion level for these more moves. Again, analyzing this structure, the potential over here is to see an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave climbing up and then continuing lower. So at the moment, I do expect to see an additional fluctuation level on the dollar versus the Russian ruble, but eventually I'm expecting it to fall down today, evening, or maybe even tomorrow. Dollar versus South African Rand. Again, I gave this suggestion a week ago, or even more than that. I told you that the the dollar versus the South African rand should climb higher, expressing an additional strength on behalf of the dollar in front of the South African rand. At the moment, we've completed a 1, a 2, a 3, and right now we're forming the fourth wave, dropping down, and expectation for the fifth wave after we'll reach the area of 1.0.54, 55. That's a logical pullback. I'd like to wish you all the best with your trades, traders. Have a pleasant day, and bye bye.